Well, hello, colleagues and students. I hope you're doing well. Today is February 8th. I'm greeting you from my office, which I can't believe. If I looked at my watch, it says it's going to be 72 degrees today. So if this is winter, yep, I'm all in. I'm loving it. I'm preparing for this next role, and I'm hoping that you all are enjoying this moment that we're in as we're starting to enjoy the benefits of living in a desert in February. So I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to share with you, even as we're in the midst of this next normal, whatever this means, and a post-COVID reality, we're continuing to monitor our student vaccination rates as an indice of our ability to manage this pandemic. And to that end, there's been some publications out about our numbers, and I wanted to share with you some updates to that. So in December of this year, the year that just passed, we had a 65% vaccination rate, and that was of all students enrolled. However, if we were to go forward and look at how we have benefited from the public health campaigns, from our own Back and Bold campaigns, I do believe right now we are at 76% of our current students are enrolled. That does not include dual credit students. However, if we take out those students who are 100% remote at the campus this semester, our number goes up to 89% of our students are fully vaccinated. So I think this is a really an important set of numbers to share with you. I hope you find them comforting. Obviously, we're going to still see these breakthrough cases. We're all going to still be navigating whatever comes next. But I want to thank you all, each and every one of you, the way that you're working with our response teams who are doing phenomenal case management, as well as all of our folks across the campus who are helping to keep us safe, keeping the supplies up, and making sure that we're all practicing the best set of guidance that we can. With that, I've been busy internally and really have enjoyed the opportunity to interact with so many of you. I did have a driving tour of our 512 acres with our Vice President, Kevin, and he put me in his truck, and we drove around the perimeter, and it was actually quite calming in a way, certainly bumpy, but very calming to actually get a lay of the land and to think about how we start to talk about this property as a way of helping to build out our campus and really help drive what I believe could be economic and workforce development for our region. I had the pleasure of joining our faculty senate meeting briefly as well, and offered a report, almost a summary of what I talked about at the inauguration, but then also listened to a really healthy debate regarding the merit policy. So thank you all for that invitation and your leadership there. Participated at the system level with our Council of Presidents meeting, which took place this past week, as well as some of you noticed, I heard somebody talking about it, did a part 3, I guess I should say, of my Back and Bold terrific walkabout. So I just take some time and walk around the campus and spend time leaving a little present that I was there, and I hope you all appreciate that. Just my way of saying thank you for what you do, and looking forward to meeting you. So I hit a building each time, so I will hit some more. I have about 3 more left to go, or 3, I guess I say 3 more to go. So I look forward to that. I also spent time with Glenn Christensen, our Chair Emeritus of our Foundation Board, one of our primary funders who is always deeply invested in what we do here at Nevada State. So I loved the opportunity to spend some time with him. I also participated in some anti-racism training that we are doing here at the college, so I enjoyed that perspective. And then I ended the day on Friday meeting with our humanities faculty and talking about issues of compensation and culture, and how do we begin to think differently about the way we talk about what we really value at this institution: phenomenal teaching, deep student engagement. So I want to thank you all for what you all do each and every day and those times there. Now that was internally. Externally, I also had a couple of meetings where we met with some groups who are interested in helping us think differently about our campus layout. The Pacific Group has been awarded a development contract with the City of North Las Vegas, and they'd like to explore with us opportunities to enhance the medical infrastructure of North Las Vegas and what role we might play as a teaching institution in that. So we are very thoughtfully engaged in that, again, as a way of thinking about economic development and the role that Nevada State plays in that. I also met with Coral Academy of Math and Science Las Vegas. Enjoyable conversation here where they are wanting to partner more deeply with us on dual enrollment. Also see us as a wonderful pipeline and opportunity for new teachers, and then also thinking about some other big ticket collaborations that might help us think differently about a facility in the near future. And then I was able to close the week by joining the Build Black Better event, which is sponsored by the Nevada Black Legislative Caucus. It was a wonderful event filled with poetry, phenomenal music. I'm in love with the band that performed. Drums, interpretive dance, but also a panel talking about how do we build back in 3 key areas: education, entrepreneurship or business, and then the medical sciences. So wonderful opportunity to talk about value proposition of Nevada State and the communities that we serve, and it was an honor to have been asked. You know, what I think is important about that for me is I saw in my interactions with me this past week, and I really left the last week in a place of deep and profound gratitude. And there's this great scene, those of you may have seen the movie Brown Sugar, where the 2 main characters talk about, when did you fall in love with hip hop? I literally at the end of last week, I think I even tweeted it out, said, you know, when did you fall in love with Nevada State again? It was on Friday and the end of a phenomenal week where I got to hear from the various constituents of the institution and to talk about how we talk about what we do here. How do we put primacy on our teaching mission? How do we deeply engage our community in ways about understanding who we are? So I am tremendously grateful, as always. I think I've said grateful 15 times on this message, as I always do, about the work that we do in serving this community. I look forward to the future. It's so bright for us, and just putting it all together is going to be an exciting opportunity. I'm also hopeful that you all saw a wonderful email from Dr. Amber that captured some of the things I talked about in the State of the College inaugural speech with some organizational plans. I'm going to be meeting with you all as well on the front lines to talk about this over the next several weeks, to be very deliberate in what I'm calling skip level meetings, this kind of check-ins. Did I hear you correctly? So I'm looking forward to engaging with those and really being deeply engaged again with the college community. My ask for you, as I do each time, is a continuation actually of a theme that I talked about last time around mental health. I want you to do one good thing each day to help protect your mental health, whether that be 10 minutes, getting up earlier to meditate, taking a brief walk. I caught a colleague early. I was coming in and he was walking out. I said, "You're going the wrong way." He said, "I'm just taking a 10-minute walk to kind of refresh my brain." And I love that. I've seen some colleagues doing that on the stairs, running up and down the stairs. One of the colleagues admonished me for eating lunch at my desk. She said, "You should actually sit down, get away from your desk and sit in the cafeteria and have lunch." And I thought, what a powerful way of just kind of syncing up for the rest of the day. And several of us are doing the same thing and saying at what time we leave. So I hope that you all can do that. Each week I keep a journal of things I want to get done, and sometimes it's to call a friend. And that's the great opportunity, 10 or 15 minutes in the car, I can do that. I can write a note to someone. I could simply just sit and listen to someone in a different way. So I thank you all for that. Somebody's calling to talk to me right now, and I'm going to ignore them. But I'm also going to tell you all, look forward to seeing you next time. I really want to sincerely thank our frontline staff. You all are outstanding each and every day. I watch quietly, and I'm really grateful the way in which you interact with our students and the broader public. Until next time, take care and be well.